Late night glow on silent screens. Another story in between. Coffee cold, fingers fly beneath a vast, watchful sky.
Magandang Gabi, Pilipinas. Tonight on the Filipina television network, a U.S. military aircraft involved in joint training exercises is damaged during takeoff north of Manila. Defense officials from the Philippines and the United States confirm expanded missile and unmanned system deployments across northern territories. And the International Criminal Court continues proceedings involving former President Rodrigo Duterte, with new statements from both legal teams. A U.S. Air Force aircraft participating in contingency training struck a concrete barrier during takeoff earlier today. All 5 personnel on board were injured, and an investigation is underway. Jenny Perez has the full report.
Good evening, Silvania. The aircraft involved was taking part in scheduled joint training between U.S. and Philippine forces when it collided with a concrete barrier during its takeoff roll. Officials say the aircraft sustained significant structural damage. According to defense officials, 3 of the 5 personnel on board were transported to a nearby hospital for further evaluation, while 2 were treated at the scene. The identities of those involved have not been released. Philippine defense officials say safety protocols were followed and that a full review is underway. The U.S. Embassy released a statement expressing appreciation for the rapid response of local authorities. The incident comes at a time of heightened activity between the 2 nations, with joint exercises increasing in frequency. Officials emphasize that the training will continue as scheduled while the investigation proceeds. For now, authorities are focused on determining the cause of the collision and ensuring the safety of future operations. Back to you in the studio.
Jenny Perez reporting. Officials from both countries say updates will be released once the investigation progresses. Defense officials from the Philippines and the United States have confirmed expanded deployments of missile and unmanned systems across northern Philippine territories. The announcement follows a series of strategic dialogues between the 2 nations. Jenny continues our coverage.
The expanded deployments include advanced missile systems and unmanned platforms positioned in areas identified as strategically significant. Officials say these systems are intended to strengthen defense capabilities and improve regional security. During the strategic dialogue, both governments reaffirmed their commitment to cooperation, citing concerns over maritime activity in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines and the United States described recent actions in the region as illegal and coercive. Local officials in northern provinces say they are coordinating with national agencies to prepare for the deployments, including infrastructure adjustments and community briefings. Analysts note that the expanded presence may influence regional dynamics, particularly in areas where maritime tensions have been rising. Officials say the deployments will be phased in over the coming months. Further details are expected as planning continues. Silvania.
Thank you, Jenny. Defense officials say the deployments are part of long-term cooperation efforts between the 2 nations. The International Criminal Court continues its proceedings involving former President Rodrigo Duterte. Legal teams presented new arguments today, focusing on evidence standards and witness testimony. Lydia Dela Cruz reports.
Good evening, Silvania. The latest ICC session centered on the credibility of witnesses and the interpretation of public statements made during the drug war period. Defense lawyers argued that there is no direct evidence linking the former president's statements to specific incidents. Prosecutors, meanwhile, said the former president is able to participate in the proceedings and that the case continues to move forward. Human rights groups and families of victims continue to monitor the hearings closely. Some say the proceedings offer a path toward accountability, while others express concern about the length and complexity of the process. Legal experts note that ICC cases typically take years to resolve, with multiple stages of review and evidence presentation. For now, the court is expected to continue examining testimony and documentation. Further hearings are scheduled in the coming months. Back to you.
Lydia Dela Cruz reporting. The ICC has not announced a timeline for its next set of decisions. That is the latest from the Filipina television network. On behalf of our entire news team, Jenny Perez, Lydia Dela Cruz, and all of us here at FTN, thank you for joining us. I'm Sylvania Bustros. Magandang Gabi, Pilipinas.
Late night glow on silent screens.